stop the destruction of this magnificent planet. This conference is one of the most important meetings in history.
What's going on, everyone? It's the Natural here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. We're back again with another TMIR This Month In review. The show that is all the big breaking stories, all the mad stories, all the hilarious stories, all the feel-good, wholesome stories that just warm your heart. Goes into this mad show that I create every month for you guys' entertainment. So, what has happened in the month of November, which is obviously the 11th month of the year and the penultimate month of the year of 2021. YouTube think it is an absolutely magnificent idea of removing the dislike button.
I finally have time to do what I've always wanted.
Removing the dislike button.
Oh, you have got to be kidding, sir. First you think of an idea that
sucks dumb,
and then you give it a title that nobody could possibly like. What? What are you thinking? I mean, thank you. I'll come again.
I never thought in my 11 years being on YouTube and made quite a lot of YouTube channels, I think this has to be the most petty of all petty I have ever seen. I never thought I'd be sitting here right now saying YouTube have removed and have single-handedly just got rid of the dislike button. What the hell? Like, who comes up with, like, who thought at the headquarters of YouTube thought, yeah, this is what we need. Remove a button. A button. Now you may be asking yourself, Natural, why the hell are YouTube removing the dislike button? What in the God's green of earth were they thinking? Well, I've got a quote from YouTube saying why they removed the dislike button. And I would say, I've read this a few times and looked over this a few times. I still have no idea why, to be honest. But here's what they had to say, really. Earlier this year, we launched an experiment making the dislike button count private. Based on what we've learned, the dislike button is staying, but the count is now private to creators, in brackets in studio, to help prevent targeted dislike attacks. I understand we're not in that sort of world anymore. We're not in the sort of, well, when I grew up on YouTube 11 years ago, where you can say things, you can do things, you can do despicable content, get away from it. I understand that. We're not in that world anymore. We have to respect communities and we have to respect people. But the fact that YouTube can say, well, we don't want to hate, send absolute terrible hate to people and get dislike bombed hell, you do realize we've seen despicable creators on this site do despicable content on this site. I've talked about it, I think everybody has talked about it. That's what the dislike button is there for. If you're doing content that is absolutely horrifying and it shouldn't even be on, let alone YouTube, anything to be honest, then you deserve to get the dislike button. You deserve to get hate and criticism for that. And the dislike button is not there just because, oh God, just to send hate to people. It's there because you're giving the viewer the opinion of if they like the video or if they don't like the video. That's what I thought YouTube was all about, is you have the opinion to say what you want to say, obviously under YouTube's terms of service, and obviously nothing that's horrifying, discriminating or sexism or stuff like that. But I find it mad. Like, the dislike button is a massive part of YouTube, just like the like button. just like the subscribe button, just like the comment section. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you like that creator, you subscribe. If you don't like that creator, then don't watch them, or you can dislike their video if you want. I think the only time I've ever disliked a video was probably YouTube Rewind in 2018, and obviously I hit the dislike button in 2019, but I did that for the meme, alright, because everyone did, to be honest. There's also a video of some guy explaining the YouTube dislike button is being removed. I have watched it, and oh good lord, did he get ratioed big time, because the dislikes on that video, oh boy, it was mad. You probably can't see it now because YouTube removed the dislike button, but he got ratioed to high on it. I think at the time when I watched it, it had over 50k dislikes. So let's just say the whole YouTube community isn't best pleased with YouTube removing the dislike button. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my rant, you could say, over really. YouTube removed the dislike button. What mad, ridiculous thing will YouTube think of next? Remove the like button? You know, remove the comment section? Boy oh boy, I'm really looking forward to seeing what mad dumb thing YouTube will think of next.
You can get tickets online at Oh, no.
Frontier City, a city forced to shut down.
Sask Energy is announcing a proposal to jack up the cost of heating your home.
New York man only got 3 inches of meat in his foot-long sub.
I'm sorry, the other 7 inches was a knife.
More teens are having luck, rather.
Also, if you have a telescope, Uranus is visible too, just near the. Did I say that near the horizon?
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
There's 6 shots of espresso.
Also offers a fit bitch coat. Oh, oops. Fit bitch. I mean, again, I said it again. Oh my gosh. Fit bit coat. You got it.
Standing in front of the net with about 8 inches of his shaft in his hand.
But folks from that street in New York, the Bronx section, sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or a block party. The New York Post.
Nice pussy.
A little bit of pleasure every single time you eat.
So you heard it. Tara Coleman, clinical nutritionist. Pleasure yourself with that food. That came out wrong.
Well, she lost her tittle thanks to her title. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, the internet, what they're going to do with this.
The deputy police chief says 6 officers were killed, including the district's top cop after the vehicle they were riding in was sprayed with bullets.
Valentine's Day, one of the busiest days for restaurants as well. And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
I know who likes chocolate. Our Zane Virgie loves chocolate. One of our main contestants. Oh, nice melons behind you there.
Whoa!
Whoops, I'm sorry. Was that a Pick a tick. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous, wasn't it?
We were not drinking wine today.
No, we weren't. We weren't.
Sounds like a really good event.
It is. King of the Cabasa. So go to pickatick.com.
Facebook have changed their company name to Meta.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear. All right, perfect.
So where? Oh my fucking God!
You found me. That's right, Mark Zuckerberg, the man who owns Facebook, who created Facebook, is now no longer going to be called Facebook, the company. Obviously the social media app is still going to be called Facebook, but the company is no longer going to be called Facebook, it's going to be called Meta. And I would say, of all the names you could call a company, you'd call it after probably some Thailand phone shop in Thailand. You know, you probably, it's where you get knockoff phones where it isn't even the real iPhone. It's probably some knockoff phone from, I don't know, Uzbekistan or mad other weird technology phones you probably can get in Thailand. That's probably a bad comparison, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just, you could have called it the Zucker Nation. You know, you could have called it Zucker World. Or, what are great names could you call a company? Or you could call it the Zuctration 9000. You could call it Mark's Wonderland of the World. Or you can call it just Facebook not paying their taxes. But you may be asking yourself, why are Facebook changing their name to Meta? A lot of people are saying it's to do with the backlash Facebook have been getting recently, mainly from conspiracy theorists who literally are going on Facebook and making some of the most dumb conspiracies I've ever seen. Some of them are mad, and I don't want to talk about them because I think YouTube will try, and I probably get cancelled if I actually say certain of them, so I'm not going to. One of them is even, we all seen with the Area 51 raid on Facebook. Like, there's so many mad fucking conspiracy theories on Facebook. There's this whole big story about metaverse, and you may be asking yourself, metaverse? What is this? Metaverse is a virtual reality workplace for you and a bunch of other people to go and work. I know, right? Somehow Mark Zuckerberg has made working fun. Like, nobody likes to work. You ask anybody who does a 9-to-5 job, or anybody, even me who works at ICT, does it single-handedly, would like to nothing more than to meet people in a workplace, in a virtual reality metaverse? No, absolutely not. The only time people want to meet people is in a nightclub. That's it. They don't want to go in some virtual reality world and
say, hey guys, you know what you're doing today? Shut up, I'm in a miserable state. My fucking wife left me and took the fucking dog.
So yeah, Facebook changed their name to Meta. I'm looking forward to seeing the boomers trying to actually understand what is a Meta. A New Zealand couple found the world's biggest potato.
Well, a Waikato couple is pleased to announce the arrival of a potato as big as a very large baby.
The 7.9 kilo super spud weighs the same as a Christmas ham or an average-sized dog.
And as Karen Rutherford reports, it's already made them world famous in Ngahinapuri.
He's a quiet little guy, Doug by name.
Look at the size of that.
Usually by now you would know that I would find some mad story that we all just sit back, relax and think, wow, that's mad. And this is one of them this month. There's this couple in New Zealand found this huge, enormous potato just in their vegetable patch, you could say, really. And I just find this mad, the fact that it's fucking huge. I'm not gonna lie. Look at the size of this thing. It's enormous. I mean, good lord. That's not a potato. That looks like, I don't know, a mutant or something like that, because it doesn't even look like it. But this New Zealand couple did, like I said, find this potato, and let's just say they were pretty much over with joy.
I got the fork and jabbed into it and hoiked it out of the ground, and holy snapping turtle teeth. What's going on here? I'm like, what is it?
The Tyrannosaurus tatey needed a taste test to determine exactly what it was.
I said to Donna, I said, no, it's a potato. Yeah. And she went, no. I said, yeah, it is.
I literally thought nothing can top some guy spending 18 grand on an invisible sculpture. I literally thought nothing can be more mad than a woman gorilla gluing her own hair. I thought nothing can be even more insane than some woman burned her house because of Gwyneth Paltrow for JG Candle she won in a raffle. But boy, this is coming close. Very close in terms of mad story of the year I have covered. And it's going on the shelf with the rest of them, to be honest, because flippin' Jesus, that's mad. And our final positive, wholesome story of this month is a New York City marathon runner gets helped to finish his marathon.
It's the video inspiring people around the world. An exhausted runner is helped to the finish line by two total strangers during the New York City Marathon.
For them to not to know me, just to know that I knew that I wanted to get to that finish line and they were willing to help me, you can't ask for better than that.
Jamel was running in his first New York City Marathon, but his legs gave out with the finish line in sight.
I definitely want to say thank you, a million times.
Andreas Saboner and Craig Astreicher ignored their own race times to help Jamel out.
I saw him actually very close to the finish line, and I just didn't think about it. I thought it was, just stop and try to help him.
I just thought about helping another marathoner finish his race.
To the world, it just was a big symbol of a brotherhood, unity, community.
So everyone, that's the end of another video on the channel and the end of another TMIR This Month In Review. If you think this New Zealand couple finding the biggest, maddest potato in the freaking world is definitely one of the maddest stories that you've seen this month, because I know it is. And I know I keep saying that every single month, but for me this one is. Then just lean back, tip your head sideways, put it back in the right position, and headbutt that motherfucking like button. You can also follow me on my social media platforms. The link is just down there in the description. I wish you enjoy an amazing day out there. Stay safe and healthy too. Please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.